Hey guys, what's up? It's Carmela Maniac. If you're new to my channel, sit down, chill, and hang out with me for a bit because today I'm going to be breaking down and reviewing a song called Safe, which is a new release from Cardi B featuring Kehlani. Now this song is off of Cardi B's newest album called Am I the Drama? And this song, Safe, has some language in it, so please be warned.
That's when I need you the most. That's how I get right, baby. I feel safe in your arms. I feel safe.
I want to start this video off by saying that I am in general a fan of Cardi B. However, I haven't researched her fully as a person, so don't take what I'm saying to heart and like I support everything she's ever done or said. But I generally don't have a problem with her. I honestly think she has a couple good songs here and there. So with that being said, let's continue on with the song. When I saw the title, I was very excited to see that Kehlani was going to be on this track, since I usually like most of Kehlani's music, especially her new song called Folded, a song which I've praised before on this channel. You should check it out here. But I will admit I was just a little bit disappointed when I actually heard the rest of the song. And if I'm gonna be completely honest, I could tell I wasn't gonna be a fan from just the first 7 seconds of this song. But I kept listening to the song just to give it a chance. And yeah, nothing changed. Now the reason I knew I wasn't gonna like this song is because of how Cardi B was rapping over the extremely melodic heavy beat. Although I don't know if you can really call it a beat because it doesn't have the bass and only has a very vague, subtle, and quiet kick drum, a couple hi-hats, and one weird little like tom drum thing. I don't know, I'm not a drummer, clearly. Anyway, the reason Cardi sounds weird over this little part here is because, like I said earlier, the beat is very melodic. It's got a vocal sample of someone singing, it's got a piano melody, and like 2 other supporting melodic synths. So the key and the mood of the song is very clear in my ears because of all these melodic elements. And then Cardi comes in rapping on one specific note. And I say note because everything, including when someone's talking, has a pitch and therefore a note. But when someone's talking or rapping, it's not very evident what that note is, even though it's still there. It's just that here, the note that Cardi B raps at is very evident because she stays on that note the entire time she's rapping. Anyway, that note that she raps sounds like it doesn't go into the key of the song, making it clash very obviously with the other melodic components of the song, and it just sounds wrong.
I don't need a rich, just somebody that can make me feel safe. Yeah, look.
Then later on, when Kehlani tries to save the song by actually singing, Cardi B kind of ad-libs in between Kehlani's vocal lines, which ends up making Cardi B sound like she's trying to sound included in Kehlani's part by repeating what she just said.
You left him to run amok, bamboozle, hoodwink.
And when she repeats what Kehlani just said, she does it in her rapping style, which just feels off and weird and just doesn't fit the vibe of the song. It's like she knows Kehlani's doing a really good job and is trying to piggyback off her, but it's just not working.
So I just know I'm fine, You take all the pressure off my mind all the time. Patient.
I feel like Cardi B's part would have been so much better if she had just a little bit more melodic elements in her rapping parts. Or the song would have sounded better if there were not as many melodic elements as there are. So the song would have less emphasis on melodies and it would just let Cardi B kind of shine by herself. The other thing I don't really like about the song, because it makes it sound common and very uninteresting, is that there are barely any dramatic changes in the instrument parts or the arrangement. And what I mean by that is every instrument or percussive element kind of just plays throughout the entire song without switching up or cutting out or anything like that. Every chorus, verse, or whatever sounds so very similar, so the whole song sounds the same and nothing stands out. Like if you just put the song on and asked me to identify which part of the song was playing, I could not tell you. So you end up kind of getting lost in this song, kind of like you're getting trapped in purgatory. It's almost like the producers were like, well, we just can't have all the instrument parts playing the same thing throughout the entire song, so they lazily just kind of like took elements out, like the bass from this part or one supporting synth from this part, and called it good. And I was just talking about Tame Impala's song Loser, which I've reviewed here, and described it as a moving walkway, but it is nowhere near how continuous and monotonous this song Safe by Cardi B is. They're like not on the same level. Like you thought that was a moving walkway? Well, this is like a conveyor belt line, which is like transporting the most boring product imaginable.
Yeah, look, I dealt with a couple, but nobody ever made me feel.
And just to make sure I wasn't crazy, and to make sure that Cardi B didn't just sound like this all the time, I listened to her other music, and a lot of her other songs don't have a major melodic element. It's mostly just like the bass, the beat, maybe like a tiny little small melodic part, and then her rapping over it, which works really well. An example of this can be heard in her song Up. And in other songs, she has more variety in the notes that she uses when she raps her songs. So these different notes she uses makes it sound like she's actually rapping and not just singing one awkward note for the whole line. So I'm not exactly sure why they chose to do that for Cardi B's rap part.
Just somebody that can make me feel safe. Yeah, look, I dealt with a couple.
And it's even weirder when Kehlani starts singing these beautiful melodic musical phrases because she fits so well into the song compared to how Cardi B is just kind of smashed over the song. I don't know, obviously my favorite part of the song is when Kehlani is singing. However, towards the end of the song, Cardi B finally breaks her weird pattern and starts to switch up the notes she uses when she raps. And it drastically improved how she fit into the song. And I'm like, why couldn't they have just done more of that for the rest of the song?
Hey, safe like I got a big dog in a gate. Safe like you one of these.
And it's not that she can't sing, because she actually sings one melodic line in this song. One. And it sounds fine. I mean, obviously there's probably some auto-tune on it, but it still sounds fine. So she can sing. She has the capability to add just a little bit more of melodic elements into her rapping. Like, she doesn't even have to actually sing. She just needs to add a little bit more of variation in her rapping.
Nobody got right by my side, so I don't need a rich, just somebody.
I don't know. I am evidently not a fan of this song. There's no dynamism in this song. There's no exciting ups or downs. Every part of this song basically sounded the same, with all the instrument parts playing basically the same thing throughout the entire song. Cardi's rapping sounded monotonous and sounded like it was out of tune, which shouldn't be possible. There's almost nothing interesting about this song except for Kehlani's entrancing melodic and smooth vocals. I feel like this song would have been good if it was just Kehlani singing the entire thing. It would have worked, because she's that good. So I'm gonna give this song a 5 out of 10 on the Mellometer. But this score has absolutely no reflection on Kehlani. And Cardi B, man, why?
Safe like a key and a lock on me. Safe like a crib with the combo, please. Hold you down. Hold you down.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this review, or even if you didn't, please consider subscribing to the channel. Tell me what you guys thought of Safe by Cardi B featuring Kehlani in the comments below. Keep listening. I'll talk to you guys later. Kehlani's music. Producers were like, well, we can't just have. It's almost like the producers were like, well, we just can't have. We can't just have. It's like the producers were like, well, we can't just have. Can't just. It's almost like the well, this is like a imaginable product, which is like, oh my god, which is like